If you want to understand why two people of the same age with similar diets can have vastly different health profiles by the time they reach 70 or 80, do not start with their genetics. Do not look at their medication lists. Instead, look at whether they are activating or suppressing their internal network of stem cells every single morning. There is a specific way to prepare your morning coffee. This method, which takes less than 2 minutes, can awaken dormant stem cells lying inactive in your bone marrow and, at the same time, cut off the blood supply to microscopic cancer clusters before they can ever become a threat. Most people drink their coffee in a way that actually destroys these beneficial compounds. By the end of this video, you will know exactly how to fix that. Most people categorize coffee as either healthy or unhealthy based on the latest headlines they've read. After nearly 30 years of studying cancer biology, cell regeneration, and the link between simple compounds and human longevity, I can tell you that this view misses the point entirely. Traditionally prepared, basic coffee only gives you about 20% of its potential. Today, I'm going to show you how to unlock the remaining 80%. This part speaks directly to your stem cells, your immune surveillance system, and your body's natural cancer-suppressing mechanisms. Hello, I am Dr. Narola. After 15 years of observing patients battling disease, one question haunted me. What did the people who performed significantly better than expected, those who beat the odds, do differently? The answer wasn't expensive or exotic. In many cases, it was sitting right in their kitchen every morning. But the method of preparation changed everything. Today, I want to share what the research shows. This isn't a guess or an opinion. It is measurable, peer-reviewed biology on how your morning cup can become the most powerful cellular tool in your daily life. A specific coffee preparation method that maximizes compounds which activate stem cells. The 4 distinct biological pathways through which coffee awakens dormant stem cells and suppresses the formation of blood vessels that allow cancer clusters to grow. Concrete studies from Harvard, the Karolinska Institute, the NIH, and the University of California. The exact morning protocol, what to add, how much, and why every ingredient matters. The most common mistake that reduces the absorption of protective compounds by 30%, and the easy way to fix it. Imagine your body's tissues as a city's infrastructure: roads, water pipes, power lines, and buildings. Over time, things break, rust, and wear out. The city doesn't just accept this, it has a maintenance department. There are specialized crews in depots across the city, ready to head out as soon as a repair call comes in. Your stem cells are those maintenance crews. They live in your bone marrow, fat tissue, blood vessel walls, and intestinal lining. When tissue is damaged or worn out, chemical signals are sent. Stem cells are mobilized, travel through the bloodstream, and begin the repair work. What happens as we age? The crews don't disappear, and the depots don't close, but the communication system breaks down. Chronic, low-grade inflammation creates so much background noise that the actual repair signals get lost. Research tells us something incredible. This is not an irreversible process. The mobilization signal can be restored, and the specific compounds in your morning drink, when prepared correctly, are among the most powerful natural tools we have identified for this. Now let me tell you something about cancer that isn't often discussed outside of oncology circles. Any person's body can have small clusters of abnormal cells at any given time. In most people, these clusters never turn into anything. Why? Because a microscopic cancer cluster cannot grow larger than the tip of a ballpoint pen unless it creates its own private blood supply. Think of that cluster like a tiny fire in the middle of a stone circle. Unless it is constantly fed fuel and oxygen, it won't spread. It just smolders. For a cancer cluster to grow, it must send out chemical signals that trigger the formation of new blood vessels leading directly to it. This process is called angiogenesis. Once these vessels connect, the growth dynamics change catastrophically. Research shows that a plugged-in tumor can increase its original size by more than 16,000 times in just a few weeks. Your body has its own natural angiogenesis suppression systems. This is where your morning cup comes in, not as a folk remedy, but as a precise biological tool that helps keep your body's braking systems functional.
Coffee is one of the richest dietary sources of chlorogenic acids, a family of polyphenols that interact directly with receptors on bone marrow stem cells. When they enter the blood, they signal dormant stem cells. The repair window is open. It's time to circulate.
Light roast coffee contains up to 60% more chlorogenic acid than dark roast. The roasting process that creates that strong, bitter taste oxidizes these compounds. The darker you roast, the more you burn away the cellular signals. VEGF, vascular endothelial growth factor, is your body's main molecular signal that gives permission to build new blood vessels in healthy tissue. In cancer biology, this signal is hijacked. Abnormal cell clusters send out VEGF signals to pull blood vessels toward them. Coffee polyphenols act as a dimmer switch for this VEGF activity. They don't eliminate angiogenesis entirely, but they lower its activity in environments where it shouldn't be happening. NF-kappa B is the master control switch for your body's inflammatory response. Chronic NF-kappa B activity creates a biological environment favorable for abnormal cell growth. It's like a fire alarm constantly ringing in a building. Eventually, people stop paying attention. Coffee compounds help silence this chronic signal, allowing immune surveillance cells to operate at full strength. Coffee polyphenols have been found to stimulate mitophagy, the cellular cleaning process where cells identify and dismantle their own damaged internal components. This is vital for stem cells. By keeping the mitophagy process active, properly prepared coffee helps maintain not just the quantity, but the quality of your stem cells. Harvard followed 51,529 men for 18 years. Those who drank 6 or more cups of coffee a day had a 60% reduction in the progression of certain cancers. The effect was most pronounced in those drinking light or medium roast, not dark. Karolinska Institute, Sweden, monitored 61,000 women over a decade. Those drinking 4 or more cups a day saw a 25% reduction in specific cancer risks. It was determined to be a polyphenol effect, not just caffeine. NIH tracked over 420,000 people for 13 years. Every daily cup of coffee reduced the risk of death by 6%. This was proven to be true even for decaffeinated coffee. University of California, 44 adults with mild cognitive impairment were given coffee polyphenol extract for 16 weeks. The result was an average 34% increase in circulating stem cells. 1. Choose light or medium roast. Always. Dark roast destroys the chlorogenic acid. 2. Brew at 195 to 205 degrees Fahrenheit, 90 to 96 degrees Celsius. Boiling water breaks down the polyphenol structure. Wait 90 seconds after the water boils before pouring. 3. Add 1/2 teaspoon Ceylon cinnamon, not regular cassia, but Ceylon. It strengthens the stem cell signaling. 4. Add 1/4 teaspoon lion's mane mushroom powder. This enhances stem cell mobilization. 5. Add a pinch of black pepper, approximately 1/16 teaspoon. The piperine in pepper increases the bioavailability of polyphenols by up to 20%. 6. Avoid dairy or cream. The casein in milk binds to polyphenols, reducing absorption by 25 to 30%. If you want a creamy texture, use oat or coconut milk. 7. Drink on an empty stomach. Within 30 minutes of waking, before eating. Absorption is better when fasting. 8. Follow with 8 ounces, 240 milliliters, of water. Coffee has a mild diuretic effect, and water is necessary to maintain circulation efficiency. 9. Pre-workout timing. Drink your coffee 45 to 60 minutes before morning exercise.
The effects of exercise and coffee combine to boost results. 10. No sugar. Avoid sugar or natural sweeteners. 11. Rotate origins. Change the source of your coffee, Ethiopia, Colombia, etc., every 3 to 4 weeks to vary the polyphenol profile. 12. Grind immediately. Grind your beans right before brewing for maximum freshness. Aging is not a sentence. Your health is shaped not just by your genes or your age, but by the signals you send to your biology every single morning. If you found this information helpful, please share it and check out my other videos. Until next time.